Welcome back to Tech Hoarders Anonymous. This is part 2 of looking at the cheap DSLR lot that I scored recently. Today we are focusing on the Pentax K200D. This comes from roughly the same era as the Olympus we just looked at. But philosophically and structurally, Pentax was doing something completely different here. The absolute first thing you notice when you pick up this camera is the sheer heft. It is heavy, dense, and feels incredibly solid. Pentax didn't skimp on construction here. This body features extensive weather sealing with rubber gaskets on the doors and buttons. The grip is deeply rubberized and conforms to your hand perfectly. Even the control dials have a stiff mechanical high-quality resistance to them. Another huge hardware bonus is the top-plate LCD screen, a feature usually reserved for high-end pro bodies, letting you see your settings at a glance without turning on the main screen. This camera runs on 4 AA batteries, which do add to the weight. However, this means that you can find power for it anywhere in the world. It feels like a piece of military hardware. Just like the Olympus, the K200D uses an older CCD sensor, but this one is a larger APS-C size. That extra sensor real estate makes a noticeable difference in image composition. When it comes to bokeh and background isolation, the larger sensor makes it much easier to get that beautiful, creamy out-of-focus background, even with a standard kit lens. For the purposes of this video, I shall be pairing the Pentax K200D with a proprietary Pentax 18 to 55mm lens. If you want to see a more in-depth review of the lens or other camera gear like this, please hit that like and subscribe button and support the channel. For macro and close-up photography, the contrast and sharpness are outstanding. The color science here is punchy and deep, giving images a lot of bite right out of the camera without needing to spend hours tweaking sliders in Lightroom. However, because it shares that older CCD architecture, it shares the same weakness. Low light. It handles high ISO noise a fraction better than the Olympus E500, mostly due to the larger sensor size, but it's still fundamentally limited. If you try to shoot indoors under pool lighting conditions or out on the street at night, you're going to get a lot of grain and lose that beautiful contrast. This camera demands good light to perform. Bottom line on this Pentax K200. It is heavy, indestructible, and delivers gorgeous daytime images with a great background blur. It is a proper enthusiast tool. For the final part of this series, we shall be taking a look at the heavy hitter of the batch, a 24-megapixel monster, as soon as the battery arrives. In the meantime, please remember that I buy, hoard, and collect weird and quirky obsolete tech stuff like this tank-like Pentax K200 DSLR camera, so you don't have to. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.